Good afternoon, students. This is Professor Estrada with your Week 3 video audio lecture. To begin, I hope that Week 2 and Week 1 have been thrilling, have been exciting, have helped you with the writing process, improving your grammar and technique, all the while at a self-paced course for you. This can be considered almost the halfway marker if you consider Week 3. As we round out, just always make sure that you're taking time yourself, reflect every other day if you have to, but mind you, it is a Week 5 course. Oftentimes we just kind of percolate on how things are spaced out, but I hope that in the assignments, in the thoughts, in the reflection pieces, that you're able to see the progression of your writing style. So I'm going to start on the home page. As always, just like Week 1 and Week 2, we start off on the home page of the video lecture. Just that way you're able to see in real time what's going on and what's happening. I am recording this a couple of days early, so technically the Week 3 class doesn't start until June 22nd. I'm just recording this a couple of days early. You'll also have accessibility to it, which is really good. So I have on the home page, the left side tab, recap information, deadlines. It's always helpful to kind of look at these. Oftentimes, I may throw in an extra credit opportunity for bonus points within the announcements. Just always stay vigilant for those. Those are not the ones embedded within the syllabus or in the course folders. They're just ones tossed in there, just so that you are aware that they always could pop in as a surprise. On the right side tab, I have my information. Email is right there, aestrada@hillcollege.edu. I try my best to answer replies, stay up to date on everything. Life does happen occasionally, so I try to always be on the lookout for incoming messages. There is also a instant messenger here. One of these is instant messenger, the other one are emails, so that if you would like to do either one, you're more than welcome to instead of doing the student account Outlook. We also have right here the work to do and the calendar. While these are great, you could always jump in, dive into one of these assignments. They don't give you a preface as to where they're found, their due date, or what have you. They're great as is, but to get a better understanding of what folder, its actual due date, anything of the sort, we're always going to go into our content folder for the week, which would be Week 3 or Week 2. Always look at what the syllabus due date is posted, so that way you're not clicking on something and it tells you a certain day, but that it's actually the date, the last possible day that you can turn in. With any assignment, while regarding specific things that may be changed later on, an assignment's usually within a Monday morning to a Sunday night, week to week type of assignment. The majority of the assignments are usually due Sunday at 11:59. After that, I deduct points. You are able to turn in late work in this class up to the 4th day late. After that, they are zeros. So always bear in mind to those. So let's go into the content side of Week 3. As you can see, Week 1 and Week 2 are now accessible and have been. So let's go in. You will not be able to see this afterwards. I'll make it accessible to you. It just says that there's emoji and I have to click on the accessibility for you. So you won't see that afterwards. So don't worry about that. I just see it until I open it up. So let's dive into the Week 3 folder. We have a couple of things in the Week 3 folder, Part 1. We have our lecture slides, the video lecture that you'll be seeing right now, a reading assessment number 1 titled Gift of the Magi. It is a short story. We have a quiz, main idea versus supporting sentences. Our other journal prompt, number 4, my childhood cartoon or TV show. Notice that the Week 3 Part 1 folder consists of due dates, Sunday, June 28th. It does allow you the 4 extra days, just like I mentioned. It also says that essay number 1 is due Sunday, June 28th at 11:59. Failure to not turn in on this day and time will result in automatic 25 points off. Failure to not turn in by July 2nd at 11:59 will result in a 0. For this essay, you can utilize a late pass if need be, but it must be requested by June 28th or the date that it's due by 10 p.m. And I'll be sure to send out a late pass reminder for that if you need it. Okay. We also have that it says this is an essay that will need to be turned in as an electronic copy in Brightspace within the week 3 folder. You are turning in the folder, you're turning in the essay in the week 3 folder. It says you'll be uploading the essay to Brightspace. I will not accept email attachments or links in lieu of this essay. An electronic copy in Brightspace will need to be submitted in order for you to receive a grade. Okay, so let's go in and let's look at what's in the week 3 day 1 folder. We have our lecture slides that we're going to be looking at right now. I like creating my lecture slides. I also do this for my in-person classes, and it's the first thing that we do. We look at the to-do list of what entails for that day, and it also helps us stay in an orderly fashion. We have the to-do list just like I listed. We have contents. The to-do list says that we're going to be looking at the online folder content. There's an important reminder. Begin completing the works in week 3, part 1, and for you to begin reviewing or revising your essay as it is due Sunday, June 28th. We also have the folder contents online and their due date, Sunday, June 28th. We also have the reminder that an assignment can still be accepted late without a late pass with a deduction of 25 points per each day late. Failure to not turn in after that 4th day will result in a 0. Okay. I also wrote right here, if you're having trouble with accessibility or need additional help, feel free to reach out to me so we can plan a video, Zoom conference, or phone conference. As this is now the halfway point of the semester, ensure that all questions, concerns, and comments can be addressed. I'm here to help you in that area. Okay. We have reading assessment number 1. I have to click on the quiz. Okay. I got to click on the quiz. All right. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to see if it was a assessment that you have to download a PDF for the questions. Okay. So it says right here, read the following text provided and answer the questions that follow. Take your time. You're allowed 2 opportunities with 2 hours each attempt. This is a reading comprehension check for this week. The text story is also shown in every question so that you don't have to go back to question 1. The text and the story will, the text or the story will always be in every question. It is the same story, The Gift of the Magi, by Inrw, and you would be able to look at it that way. There is the due date for that. Okay. And I want to make sure, I think that's either 10 or 15 questions. I can't be sure. I want to make sure. Okay. All right. So we have quiz 3. Quiz 3 is also the same type of format of a quiz. It says follow and read each question as requirements may have you look at assessing of review of topic sentences, supporting detail sentences. Take your time in reading and answer to the best of your ability. You'll be given 30 minutes per each attempt. You'll be given 2 attempts. And the due date is right here. Okay. We also have a weekly journal prompt. This one says weekly journal prompt number 4. Answer the thread in 4 to 6 sentences. Remember that you're only replying to your own post. You're not responding to anybody else. But in terms that it is more of creative side, we get so used to our academic text speech in a assignment that we forget how to write creatively. And sometimes creatively is the first thing that should come out so that we're able to look at nouns and detail and sensory words. So it's really fun to kind of look at those. So we have the start new thread. We have the deadline right here, Sunday, June 28th. So let's look at this one. It says prompt number 4, my favorite childhood cartoon or TV show. Growing up, what was your favorite cartoon or TV show to watch? What would excite you about it? Describe what it was, whether it was still recent or not. What did you enjoy about it? What channel or platform did it come on? Was it a show or cartoon that taught you a lesson or inspired you? What were some of the characters? And if you remember, recall an episode that made it memorable. I mean, growing up, I'm a 90s kid, millennial, born 1990. I remember watching PBS, all the cartoons that are on there. I remember being introduced to Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and my whole world was changed. But I also grew up on educational shows too, so it's really cool to kind of see a lot of people reflect on the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, or just a TV show that's no longer there. When you hit that nostalgia button, it's more of like, you don't remember this cartoon? I do. Oh, you remember that guy with the flaming red hair? Oh my gosh, I don't either. You know, it's really refreshing to see that I'm not the only one that's remembered of these shows, and it's really just awesome to kind of see something that I've never seen before. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. But recall a favorite cartoon or TV show. Maybe it's a TV show like Gilligan's Island or Leave It to Beaver, or something that you don't normally see anymore, or a show that recently just kind of helped you grow up, in a sense. Okay. We now also have Week 3 folder Part 2. Week 3 folder Part 2 consists of the following. It has the lecture slides, Quiz 4 using homonyms and homophones, a reading assessment number 2 titled A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings. We also have the self-evaluation checklist for Essay 1. We have the writing prop journal number 5, My Biggest Accomplishment. The unit mechanics exam. This is also where you're going to upload the narrative essay number 1. Week 3, Part 2 contents are due Sunday, June 28th. And again, right here it lists Essay 1 is due no later than Sunday, June 28th. Okay, failure just not turning after this time. The window for the unit mechanics exam will run from Monday, June 22nd. It may say June 18th if I open it up a little bit earlier for you, and close Sunday, June 28th. I won't reopen after that time. Okay, so let's look at our lecture sites for Week 3, Day 2. Wow, that's a lot of lecture sites. It's just one. So it tells you what's in the folder. The lecture sites, the reading assessment, writing prompt number 5, quiz 4, the self-evaluation checklist, the unit of mechanics exam. It also tells you that you'll be taking the unit of mechanics exam this week. It's a review of parts of speech, grammar, reading comprehension, and writing from the material. You are more than welcome to review the lecture slides from Week 1 through Week 3, Part 2, as some of that stuff may be on there. Okay? As this is a major exam grade, do not wait till the last few hours to complete. If technical difficulties occur, please let me know as soon as possible. So we have quiz 4. Okay. 2 attempts, 60 minutes per each attempt. Its due date is Sunday, June 28th. Please ignore the background. It's my nephew acting like a hooligan, laying under the common sense. All right, so we have reading assessment number 2. A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings. I'm going to go ahead and look at the assignment so that way you can see it. And it says right here, A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. This is a collection of reading comprehension and text-based questions based off of his story. It is formatted as both a Word document and PDF. You will need to download either version and create your own copy with your own answers. Then you will need to upload that back onto this module. If you have trouble with doing that, please let me know as soon as possible. The due date is Sunday, June 28th. You can turn in a couple of days late, but each day late deducts 25 points, okay? So I included it as a doc or a PDF, but I'm going to open it up so that way you can see what the story should look like. That way, in case you don't know how it looks like. So it looks like this. It has my name, it's got the class date, and it says read the following text and provide the answers that follow. This is a reading comprehension for this week. Each question may be specific. So here's our beautiful story, A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings. Go all the way down, and here are some questions. Beautiful questions. Some of them are multiple choice, some of them you want to write out a short answer, and there are 10 questions. Okay, and I hope you like this story. This story is also within my English 1302 class. I also teach a 1301 in American Literature class. But this is a beautiful story. The genre is magical realism, so we think of supernatural components that are happening in everyday life and how we as natural human beings respond to them. So Gabriel Garcia Marquez does incredible with stories like this and incorporating those elements. So it was really awesome to put that into one of our reading assessments. We also have right here the self-evaluation checklist sheet for Essay 1. So as you come to a close on turning in Essay 1, we have to understand that sometimes peer review happens on our own selves. And this just says that this is where you'll submit a self-evaluation checklist for your peer review portion of the essay. Ensure that it's accessible to me so that I can download it. PDF preferred, but Microsoft Word is acceptable as long as I can view it, but you have to turn in that doc through this module. You will need to download it for your own individual use and then resubmit it. If you have any technical difficulties, please let me know. And then it says that you turn in by Sunday, June 28th, but that you can turn in late. And so I included right here, just like the other thing, a doc or the PDF. And I'm going to open up the PDF so that way you see it and that way you know what it looks like. So these are the questions that I would like you to answer once you're getting ready to turn in essay 1. It's so easy for us to look at our essay and say, it's done, it's perfect. I don't want to touch it, I'm done. But sometimes the checklist of peer review allows us to answer the question, is our essay ready to be turned in? Did we do all of these little checklists? If we were in a class, whether in person or not, sometimes a peer review discussion board could be helpful. You can have other people look at your work, peers who review your work, or yourself. And sometimes if we take that time, we realize, oh, wait, I think I forgot something really important. So these are some questions that I would like you to answer. Again, you're just making your own copy of this. And I like to write right here, remember, it is never final until you turn it in. Okay? And I would like you to answer in the form of yes or no. You don't have to write out anything specific or an explanation. You're just simply writing out yes or no. Or if it asks you for something else. And these are really good questions. Do you repeat your words? There are words on here that maybe you need to take out if you don't think that they should happen. Do the first few sentences get the attention of the reader? Yes or no? What is one strong aspect that you see in your work? What is one weakness? What is an appropriate hook? What is something that you pull your readers in at the first glance? Okay? And then I would like you to resubmit that on your own. And then I'm going to exit out of this. We also have weekly journal prompt number 5. Again, it's a journal prompt. You're only posting your own. You don't have to worry about replying to other people. Journal prompt in about 4 to 6 sentences. And this one says, prompt number 5, my biggest accomplishment. We all have had milestones or moments that will be forever remembered. Recall a setting, time, memory that is or has been your biggest accomplishment. What has been your best or biggest accomplishment? It can be graduating out of school or college, or obtaining a certificate, or climbing up the job ladder in ways that you never thought possible. Is it perhaps living alone after a bad breakup or a loss? Maybe it has to do with growing up after life tried to knock you down. Highlight that moment and explain why it's significant to you. If you need to eliminate or be subtle in some of your wording, that's fine. If you wish to disclose certain things, that's fine if you don't want to. But I would like you to highlight and recognize how far you've come. Okay, and then this due date, start a new thread. We're going to go ahead and start that new thread. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and upload so that way someone can see that. Oh, post is required. I couldn't even post anything. I wrote a title, didn't even put a post. Okay, all right. All right. I also have right here that you will be taking your unit of mechanics exam and the module to turn in essay 1. So let's click on the unit of mechanics exam. All right. It says this is your unit of mechanics exam. This is an assessment of subjects covered in class, such as capitalization, parts of speech, parts of a sentence, grammar, and sentence structure. Read the following questions. You will be given 2 opportunities with 2 hours each. As the syllabus says, I will not reopen past this due date. Plan accordingly. If you encounter any technical difficulties, any problems at all, please reach out to me. Okay? Please don't wait until that night to start at 10 o'clock, because what if the timer keeps going or the timer doesn't let you? Okay? And then this is my module for the narrative essay. Okay, this is the module. That's where you're going to turn it in. It says right here that this is where you will turn in your essay. Ensure that it is accessible to me. PDF is preferred, but make sure that I can see it. If I cannot see it or view it, I cannot grade it. Its due date is Sunday, June 28th. There's a little bit of snippets right here if you would like to remember what to do with those. Make sure that you have proper indented paragraphs. Make sure you have a title. Make sure that you have 1-inch margins. Heading. Failure to not turn in after that time will result in 25 points off. Failure to not turn in by July 2nd. After each day late, I knock off points. Okay. For this essay, you can utilize a late pass, but it must be requested by June 28th at 10 p.m. Okay. At any point, if you have any questions concerning week 3, part 1, part 2, or any of the contents found within these folders, please let me know. Okay, I'm here to help you in whatever way I can. aestrada@hillcollege.edu. I hope you have a great week 3.